It's almost here. The 7th annual Annapolis Film Festival opens on Thursday, March 21st in Annapolis and rolls on for 4 solid days. This year, the festival features more than 80 films along with dozens of panels, Q&A sessions, and yes, my favorite, the parties. Tickets and passes are available at AnnapolisFilmFestival.com, but right now we're diving in a little bit deeper and speaking with the faces behind the films, directors, producers, and actors. You want some insight to what you don't usually get? Well, here you go. Hey, joining me on the phone tonight is Ann Lupo, and she's got a lot of things to her. She's got the director, she's the writer, she's a producer, and she is the actor in a show at the Annapolis Film Festival called In Reality. How are you tonight?
I'm great. I'm so well. Thank you for that introduction.
Did I miss anything?
I'm also the editor of the movie, and it's a film, not a show.
Did I call it a show?
I think so, but that's okay. I mean, it's kind of a show.
Well, just slap me around.
Technically, is a film.
When I screw up like that, just slap me around. Put me right in my place. That'll be no problem.
Yeah. Well, yes, but thank you for that. That's me.
Well, this film is an exciting one to come to the Annapolis Film Festival. And the Annapolis Film Festival gets underway this Thursday, the 21st, and it goes through the 24th down here in Annapolis. And you'll be screening this twice. And the thing that really makes me excited about this is that you look at all of the awards that you have sort of dragged on behind you. I use sort of like that Charlie Brown character with Linus with the blanket behind him, just with all of these great awards. The Austin Film Fest, the Los Angeles Film Fest, Woods Hole Film Fest, and there's a bunch of other ones. Those are the 3 big ones that I picked up. So you've got to be thrilled because this is your first full-length feature film, right?
That's correct. It's the first film that I wrote, directed, produced, edited, and acted in. I did co-direct a feature documentary a few years back. It's called Documented. And it's about immigration reform. A man named Jose Antonio Vargas. But I was basically helping him tell his story, and so this is my first real movie of my own.
Well, it's fantastic. Well, just to give the people that are listening an idea of the synopsis, this is you are trying to find love. You think you find it.
Yes.
And then you get friend zoned, and we've all been there.
Yes.
And then you go into this spiral of woe is me. And you say, why don't I make a movie about it?
Yes, that is exactly correct. Wow, that's the most concise way to describe the movie. I haven't been able to describe it that concisely, so thank you for that. That's really the crux of it. I got friend zoned when I was 23 by someone that I had gone on like a really great date with, who I was like, this is the one. This is my future husband. And then he, told me that he just wanted to be friends. And I had gone, just so far down the rabbit hole of imagining, or at least I was very much a hopeless romantic and still am in some ways, but I just fell into the spiral of like being this person's friend and having my feelings like not be reciprocated, and then what that does to you. So I got to the end of that and said, I need to fix something about this because I'm the only person that can really change me, and there's something wrong here, and like I need to figure this out. So I started writing what I thought was going to be just a short film. I actually started interviewing myself because I wanted it to be like a documentary short that maybe I would put up on Vimeo and have catharsized my way out of it. It would take like a week and I would be done with it. And then it just became a very consuming and very really like a journey through the making of this movie. It turned into a series, and then it became a feature, and it was made over the course of now 4 years. I started it in the spring of 2015, and it's been this like really wild process, but I'm so excited to be at this stage of it, which is being able to share it with people, because that's really where the most meaningful part of this experience has been. It's like having people connect with it and react to it and share their experiences as well.
Well, I do have to say it does look very intriguing. I would say that I think that a pint of Haagen-Dazs might have been more appropriate than writing a get out of a funk or something like that, as opposed to doing a movie. It's a little bit Taylor Swift-esque, Swiftish here,
Right.
we're okay. So we're going to write a movie. No, but I mean, this is all.
Well, I certainly did not say I'm going to write a movie. That's the other thing. Like, I didn't think it was going to be a feature film when I started. I was just going to make like a little short, just a little examining. I really wanted to examine love. I wasn't trying to like get back at anyone or like.
Right.
When you see the movie, I really that's not the intention at all. It was really an exploration of myself and what my needing to understand myself more thoroughly and having a better relationship with myself. And so that's where it's really derived from.
Now, since it is autobiographical, I mean, are you still friendly with your friend zone?
Well, I haven't really talked to him in a while. Like, yeah, I guess we're humanist friends at this point, but I wouldn't say I'm in a friend zone right now. I'm in my own zone.
Well, you certainly have to be. And this is, we talked a little bit before we started to record about the classification of it. Is it is it a romantic comedy? Is it a chick flick? Is it a drama? Or is it kind of all of the above?
It's like all of the above. I mean, I guess the most appropriate genre that has been labeled as is a rom-com. And I didn't, set out to write that. That's just what it became. But it has more documentary elements to it actually, which is why it's also described as like genre bending, because we're not just doing the rom-com, stereotypical structure. There's a couple of different forms going on. So, but yeah, I don't know. I hadn't thought about it as a chick flick, but I've heard people like after screenings arguing about that and like whether or not it was. And I'm like, I don't know, like guys like it too. So who knows what the definition of a chick flick is.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. Where's the title come from in reality? I mean, it doesn't scream out to me as far as what it is.
Yeah. So it comes from the examination of fantasy and reality, like where that fine line is drawn. And that is really like what my character, that the person that I am in the movie, is really struggling with, is my expectations of love and romance and dating and life versus the reality, and how to marry those two things without losing your like essential parts of who you are as a someone who has an imagination and who fantasizes about the world, and allowing yourself to live in both worlds. And so it was like, that is, I guess, the journey that my character goes on, is to find reality. How to define your own reality as well. That's another theme in the movie.
Right. I did notice the trailer. I did see the trailer. And one thing I've got to say that comes through the trailer, and the trailer does what it's supposed to do. It leaves you wondering, wow, this is what, and I want to go see this.
Thank you.
But you could see it was one of the most emotional trailers that I've ever seen.
Whoa.
I'm not, it wasn't like I was crying or anything like that, but but you could tell that there was raw emotion in the production of the trailer. So there's some that have just the wonderful photography and the score and everything else. And, but you could tell what you're going through, the ups and the downs and everything else. And I think the emotion really came out in that trailer. That's just my 2 cents there.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. That is awesome, because I wanted to capture the full magic of the movie. And the art of making a trailer is something I worked on that for a while, because it really makes a difference to get people to be intrigued by the movie, but also, want to see more. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk a little bit about the cast. You've got your love interest is Miles Jackson.
Yes. Miles G. Jackson. Yes.
And it's a fairly small cast, right?
Yeah. Actually, I don't know what our exact numbers are of principal roles, but we do have a fair amount of like ensemble supporting cast in the movie that really, it's our primary leads are myself, Miles, and Kimiko Glenn, who plays my best friend. She's most well known she was recently in the new Spider-Man movie as one of the voices, and she was in Orange is the New Black. She's amazing. And she and Miles and I are like the leads, but then we have this really incredible ensemble of actors that kind of fill out the whole world of the movie. And there's Lauren Banks, who's an incredible actress, and who was in like Maniac, and Jill Eikenberry, who was on Cheers. Like
right.
We have these like little cameos, and it is so that was what was really exciting about making it into a feature, was that I was able to go back and cast these actors who bring the whole movie to life. So that was really exciting part of the process.
Now, did you film this in New York?
Yes.
You see, you should have gotten Sarah Jessica Parker. She would have been perfect just for a cameo to walk in there.
Oh, that's so funny you should mention that. She was actually she is a supporter of the movie, and her production company was very important to us early on. They did a lot to, connect us and send us on our way. And she has actually seen the movie, and is one of the people who's like helped us continue to believe in the project, and sent us, forth to, make us know that it was something worth fighting for and worth continuing to work on. So I actually owe her and her company a lot.
Well, it looks like she gave you great advice. Now, I will say that In Reality is going to be premiering, or not premiering, but it's going to be screening at the Annapolis Film Festival on Saturday, the 23rd at 8:45 p.m. at Maryland Hall for the Creative Arts in the Bowen Theater. And then again, because it's that good, they need a second showing on the 24th, which would be Sunday at 7:15 p.m. at Annapolis Elementary School, which, despite the name of it, it's actually not a bad place to watch a film.
Oh, great. I would love to watch a film in an elementary school. That actually is quite appropriate, because it has a lot of like childlike, wonder and stuff. So
where are you going from here? Where is Ann Lupo? What's the next project?
Oh, yes. Oh, I thought you meant literally.
Okay, well, that too. We'll go either way.
Sure. So from here, I'm going to Treefort Music Festival this week, which is why I won't be able to make the showing in Annapolis. And then we're doing a week-long theatrical in Los Angeles at the Arena Cine Lounge on March 29th through April 4th. And then I'm basically going on tour and continuing to travel with the movie and bring it to San Francisco, Phoenix, Chicago, Austin, and I think that's it. But then to answer your first question, I am trying to find time to write, like chip away at the next script and projects. But yeah, I've been working on things in the background, but it's hard to really close yourself off and do the hard work of writing, which is the writing, when you're promoting something. So, but little by little, I'm excited about transitioning into the next project.
Well, I hope that your next project is as here's a tough word to say, is as successful as this one is. And I hope it does bring you back to Annapolis, because I would love to meet you in person, and I'd love to have you see the town if you've never been here. But again, In Reality, and it's written, directed, produced, edited, and I think you probably cleaned the set up at some point in time too.
I did. There's a few other things that, like, production designer, composer. I wrote a song for the movie. Played a lot of hats were played or worn in the process.
That is phenomenal, and you are actually reaping the rewards of that. But Ann Lupo with In Reality, I would recommend everybody see that at the Annapolis Film Festival. The Annapolis Film Festival gets underway on Thursday night with the showing of the public, and this film premieres on Saturday the 23rd at 8:45 p.m. at Maryland Hall, and again on Sunday at 7:15 p.m. at Annapolis Elementary. Again, In Reality, this is one of my must-see recommendations of the slate of films that we've got here at the Annapolis Film Festival this week. And Ann Lupo, congratulations. Thank you very much for your time tonight.
Thank you.
I'll take a little video and show you how the crowd reacts to it, and I'll like text it to you or email
it to
you.
Please do.
Well, thank you very much. I will let you get on with your day. Your day is just ending, and out on the West Coast. Best of luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us to learn a little bit more about the films coming to the Annapolis Film Festival. Remember, tickets and passes can be obtained at AnnapolisFilmFestival.com. This is John Frenay, and I'll see you at the movies.